Hi Sagittarius, I'm getting ready to do your video. So I was doing some downloads right before I got started here, and I'm getting a strong message of surrender. And I don't know what that's in reference to. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't figure out exactly what that was in reference to. I do see for some people that there is a possible new opportunity. Maybe it's focused on leadership. I do also have a strong message of prayer and meditation. So I got that for the last video a little bit too, as far as the meditation part. But this distinctly was a message about prayer. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. As you can see, this is a different view, and I know it's been a while since I did a video, but I am where there's still snow on the ground, as you can see outside. It's melting little by little. And I am in an RV, so this is the setup, the best that I could do. Thank you for joining, and please do like, share, and subscribe. It's a little thing that you can do, but it means the world to me. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with a couple oracle cards. And then if I need to get clarifiers, I will. Otherwise, we'll move on to the spread, which will be your energy or your situation, and then those energies around you. And then we may pull a card for an outcome, and then I'll give you a little parting message. So let's get started. What do we have for Sagittarius? I'm using the, what is this called again? Crystal Angels Oracle cards. They're really beautiful. Okay, let's see. What do we have for Sagittarius? Okay, we have Dolomite. It's a really pretty card. It says, stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. So staying strong in faith, that may go along with our prayer message. Oh, so this truck is just going to be right in our video. Well, maybe not. You can't. It's out of view. There's a truck pulling up. Okay, and the next card we have is Lapis Lazuli. Hope I said that right. Life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. Nice. All right, so let's get some clarifiers and see if we can get a little more meaning out of these oracle cards. Let's see here. I'm going to use the patch tarot. I never see this tarot on any of the channels that I watch, but I love these cards. It's from Spirit Science. If you've ever seen any of those videos on YouTube, check them out. Oops. Let's see. What do we have to clarify Dolomite? Stay strong in your faith. Anything to clarify Dolomite? We have the priestess, the high priestess. So staying strong in your faith. And then we have the priestess, which is obviously intuition. And really your intuition goes quite well along with your faith, because the divine guides you. God guides you through your intuition. I mean, when you connect with your intuition, that's when you're able to really receive those messages from the divine. Let's get one more for Dolomite. Okay, we have death. And this is about transition. That's a Scorpio card. So 2 major arcana. So I think saying a positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. I think that it's talking about a transition and really using your intuition and positive mindset. So your intuition is never going to lead you in a bad direction. It's always going to take you to the direction that is of your highest good. So sometimes people think, well, you know, you can't always think with your heart. Well, it's not so much about your heart, because it is your heart, it is your emotions, and really that balanced message is going to come from your intuition, that heart and mind, okay? You know, obviously the ego is more attached to your mind than, as far as I know and how I perceive things. I would say that your intuition is more about your heart and mind coming together and making the best choices for you. Okay, so let's see if we have lapis lazuli, if we have any clarifying cards for that, life-changing epiphany or experience. So definitely that can go right along with the death card as far as the transition, something life-changing, right? So let's see if we have anything. Okay, we have the Wizard. And this is like the Magician card. And this is talking about the power of creation. So I think that as far as having that clarify the life-changing epiphany or experience, the Wizard is the magician, and it's always centering around the power, your personal power, and how you have everything you need to manifest the desires of your heart. And so maybe some of you are really trying to manifest, you know, some type of life-changing experience. I mean, we all should be. I mean, we don't want to just stay the same always. That's kind of boring, right? But I really like that card, though. It shows that, like, sword in the stone kind of thing. It's like, you know, you have the power to pull that sword. Okay, I'm just going to move these out of the way, and then we will get started with I'll just put these here. We'll get started with the spread. I'm using the Light Seekers Tarot. What is the energy or the situation of Sagittarius? Seven of Cups. And hopefully you can see those when I put them up to the camera. And what's in their subconscious? What is in the subconscious for Sagittarius? Nine of Wands. So some heavy burdens, hard work. That's kind of the wounded warrior card, right? In your recent past, the Hierophant. All right, which is definitely talking about prayer and faith and spirituality. And on your mind, is the Three of Cups. I love this card. It always just reminds me of, like, going to take pictures before prom or even after prom. I don't know why that reminds me of that. All right, and what do we have for the near future? Five of Cups. Okay, sorry I keep bumping things. I don't quite have my setup figured out, so it might take me a few videos before I get it perfectly right. All right, so in your energy, let me just turn this a little bit so you can see better. Okay, so in your energy is Seven of Cups. So this is like somebody that is has a lot of options, a lot of choices, And it's like, how do I know which choice, which one is going to be the right choice? And sometimes we really don't know. This card is asking you to, really utilize your intuition to figure out which is the right option for you. I don't know what kind of decision or choices these are in reference to in particular, but let's see if we get a little more information by going through the cards. So in your subconscious is the Nine of Wands, and this is, they call it the Wounded Warrior card in other decks. This is really somebody that's put in a lot of hard work, maybe is carrying some heavy burdens, but it is the 9, so it's kind of like you're almost there. The finish line is close. Don't give up now. And definitely, it has that fire energy that that Sag is known for. So, so I think that there may be some burdens that will be laid down soon, and maybe that's what you need to consult your intuition about. I wish this wasn't so dark. Okay. So in your recent past, you have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant, in this card, it's really, look at that staircase goes, onto the heavens. And it's really about having that path to direct path to the divine and to spirituality. The Hierophant also represents a lot of faith to me and spirituality. They are in touch with their intuition. Not quite as much as like the High Priestess, but definitely about structure and, finding your path to the divine. Not everybody's path is the same. All right. And the Three of Cups. This is a really pretty card. You see the Big Dipper or whatever constellation that is up there. Something like that, right? It's got the stars up there and they're all looking to the stars for inspiration. But Three of Cups can be definitely an energy of celebration, and it could be talking about being in touch with your intuition, but also like co-creating with the divine. Because kind of like if you go from Two of Cups to Three of Cups, it's like surrounding yourself with spiritual people, because your environment has a lot to do with, it's like it can be a reflection of your internal world as well. So, maybe it's about celebration, or it could be about co-creating with the divine, or all of the above. In your near future, we have the Five of Cups. And in this deck in particular, I like the way it shows these cups are like spilled out and empty, but she's still got one cup next to her that is filled, and that is the self-love and the divine love. But she's also making that choice. If you can see, she's making that choice. She's like kicking it over with her foot. Like, I'm choosing to recognize that this particular either person or situation is not the best for me. And even though it hurts, I'm having to let it go. So I don't know, Sagittarius, if you're in a situation where you're feeling like that, but I think a lot of people right now with this quarantine and so forth are really kind of getting back to basics and kind of simplifying their life to only allow the things that are kind of working for them, not against them, and kind of cutting out some of those things that don't really line up with their their higher purpose. So it's interesting. Let me see. And so how do I tie that into what I was feeling before? So for surrender. So I think that that final Five of Cups, I mean, it's kind of, she's kind of looking like, well, I guess I just got to do what I got to do, right? And surrender can be really about that. It's about letting go, even though it may feel a little sacrificial, like you have to do it, even though it's not something you want to do, you know what's best for you. So let's get a final message from these little starseed cards. And I don't usually really interpret the cards. It's kind of like a parting message that you can contemplate on your own. But we'll see if it coincides with the rest of the spread. Actually, yeah. Okay, so we have inner alchemy. Inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. And that is a message that kind of goes along with the Seven of Cups, because Seven of Cups can also represent the chemistry or the alchemy between, people, or, the way that emotions play off of each other. Let's get one more of those. Abundance. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. Well, that's a beautiful message. I won't interpret that one. I'll just let you take that with you. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me for this video. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Like I said before, it's a little thing, a free thing that you can do that means the world to me. And remember that the universe has your back, and so do I. See you next time. Thanks.